Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Duke Blue Devils. Restate the state call again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
It might be small, but it is mighty. The Duke fan base has really started coming alive, and just 40,000 fans can sound like 60 the way they are passionate and yelling for their Blue Devils. Duke is finding some success in football in the last decade, and Wallace Wade Stadium is starting to really rock and roll when opponents come to town. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Duke's offense will take the field first. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And we've got a couple of guys, one on each side in this game, who will do everything you could ask of a tight end. From the gun, the ground game. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Pressure coming. What a grab with one hand. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Finds his tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. So the Oregon Ducks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Frankly, they've been looking forward to this matchup all week. The coaching staff imploring him to go after this guy. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the option. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Midway through the season, now staying in that top 25, staying relevant in the playoff discussion, that's a big deal. But what do they need to do in the second half of the schedule here?
Less attention to the number beside their name, more attention to what's still out there to be played for. There's the college football playoff, there's big bowl games. There's a lot out there still, but you've got to win. That's the key right now in the second half of the season, taking one game at a time and making sure you leave it all out on the field.
No doubt, because you don't know what's going to happen in the top 25 around you. You don't know who's going to lose. We've seen it now. More parity with transfer portal and NIL, more losses and upsets that you're like, that would never happen, and then you're right back in it.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Dante Moore. It's complete to the right. Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The corners are walked up tight. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
The defense was all over. They know 3rd down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Nicholas. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Nicholas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Still running at the 40. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, but their big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Behind the line as they lose 5.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Into the end zone for 6.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Davison. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Throwing more. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They'll go with a give to the big tight end on 3rd and short. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The run inside. It's Davison. Maybe a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, I know at the end of last year, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with Dante Moore. Was he going in the draft? People were talking about him being the first overall pick after that blowout loss in the playoff to Indiana. He decided to come back, and no one is
turning it on. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Moore unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Motion from the back. It's complete on the right side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Looking for the tie with the extra point. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They'll move the tight end. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give from the gun. Breaks into the open.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on 3rd. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Blue Devils with the 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. On the ground with the counter. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Here's more to throw. Here's the pressure. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Moore will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He'll do it himself on the draw. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Running inside, it's Davison. Plows through the defense. Maybe some room here. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they use a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Dante Moore trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Timeout, Duke. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back to back to back, almost throws a pick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Blue Devils take a timeout, and that's the last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This time he wants to throw. Going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Blue Devils will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defense,
could be an alley. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, down here on the Duke sideline, I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over.
There he goes. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no end.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on. Ball, it'll be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pocket breaking down. He's got the tight end. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Throwing more. Under fire. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
To the air on second down. The screen, he can go. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
From the gun on third down, Dante Moore makes the grab. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On the move from inside his 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. The offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Behind the chains now on second and long. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes second and 8. That's caught. It's hooked. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Calls his own number. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. bunch formation for these receivers. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Little. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Caught in the backfield. It's Nicholas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Got a man. It's Hooks. Takes it the other way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. New set of downs after the completion. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Quickly complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. There's a... Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. With the catch, it's Nicholas. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Working on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is.
Intentional ground.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still 2nd down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. The give on the inside. There's some room. Jumped on top of the pile.
really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
He'll set up to throw. Swings it out to his running back. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Timeout, Duke. That's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And the timing just a hair off.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds the tight end. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David